Hello everyone, welcome to today's plan with me. This week I'm using a kit from Sadies Stickers and it is the January 2022 kit. This is obviously from very early in 2022, so the format is very much out of date. And I did say in my last plan with me that the older Miss and Meow kit format was already slightly more difficult to work with, but my goodness, I struggled hard with this kit. It's just another harsh sort of dose of reality that I should not be hoarding kits. I will say, in all fairness, I didn't purchase this in early 2023. 2022. I did purchase it towards the end of the year. I was just looking for some more winter kits, but still, it's like a massive reminder how much of a difference the format of a kit does make. I do absolutely love the washi. I think the florals and the theming of the kit is gorgeous. It's very sort of frosty and wintry and cold. So, for me, it was perfect kit for January. But yeah, it was just very, very basic, a very, very basic format compared to what we get now with the tons of different shapes and sizes of boxes. Also, I've never really merged or been able to work well with the Sadies Stickers scalloped, sort of half scallop circle boxes things. I never know what they're called, but you know what I mean. I've always found them to be sort of too much of a block of colour. And I realised halfway through the week that I'd be better to layer them behind something than on top, but it was too late on Monday. I'd already layered them on top. But I did enjoy pulling in the Gathered Layers collection in this spread to sort of use with those scallops. For the date cover section, I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know what I was going for here, but I love these boxes by Crafts by Towie, and I was like, ooh, I could do like a shadow box effect, I guess is what was going through my head. But yeah, I don't love it. It is what it is. It's there. It exists. But yeah, this date cover section has taken me a hot minute to get my head in line with. Yeah, I'm just not able to, I'm not used to the size, like the amount of space that's up there yet, but I'm sure I will easily adjust in the next sort of month or so, figuring out how I want everything to be up there. But it's just so much space. And where I don't have sewing kits where I can get the long washi floral strip, it's no problem at all because I know I love that with a garland. And with the Sadies Stickers scripts, I actually want to order some of the ones from Paper Trail Plans as well. Plan Plan had them in a haul recently, and I'm really enjoying the typewriter script, so I'm going to have to pick some of those up because the Sadies Stickers ones were only a $2 Tuesday release, so they're not there anymore. Yeah, so it's going to take some more playing around up there. My Panda Bird design date cover strips arrived after I'd already planned this week. Otherwise, I probably would have pulled those in because it would have made my life a lot easier. I need to pick up a lot of those date cover strips. It feels not very cost effective because it's quite a lot of money to spend on one thing, and you have to buy it in all three foils. You don't have to, but it makes sense to buy it in all three foils. I am going to buy a couple more in gold and silver than I am in rose gold, but this was just a trial run. I wanted to pick up a few different designs, see how I got on with them, and I've literally used them for 1 week, the week that will be coming next Friday, and I'm already in love with them, so there we go, that's that. I did pull in a fashion girl from Red Lyrics for this week. This is exactly what I'm talking about, these scallop half circle things. I used the Gathered Layers collection behind, but for the rest of the week I used them in front, and I think that worked a lot better. So yeah, I got there in the end. Sorry if I sound a bit different. I had just noticed a horrific error in my editing skills, and just had to very quickly go in and fix it before I continued for too long and ended up speaking for about 10 minutes of what should have been cut out. But yeah, so I put in, just going through the stickers, I pulled in the Gathered Layers collection there. I pulled in my Crafts by Towie layered rectangles, the scalloped ones and the square boxes as always. And yeah, I I'm not in love with the colours in this kit. That's the only thing I will say. I think the theme is gorgeous. I think the clip art is fabulous. I think that square box that I just laid down that has like the, it's like almost like an aura style of colouring is beautiful. But apart from that, I think the blue and the green were too close together. So where you can see those full boxes on Tuesday and Wednesday, in fact, and Monday as well, you can see the smaller box. I think that they're too close in colour to the point that they clash. It looks odd. It looks like one of them hasn't quite printed properly. And I think as well, I just don't particularly like that green. So for me, again, with the way that these kit formats used to be, sorry, I feel like I'm suddenly talking so much louder, I don't mean to. With the way that these kit formats used to be, everything is very blocky. Like you can see here, I'm doing it backwards with the Gathered Layers collection instead of layering it in front. And I think, unfortunately, where there's less pattern and there's more block colour, it just really highlights the colour clash. So yeah, I don't love this spread. I do think the layout is pretty at the end, but I'm not, this isn't like going to be one of my top spreads of the year. It's okay. It's a wintry spread. It was somewhat experimental. And it was just me trying to make an old format work for me and having to accept that it doesn't really. And I need to continue to work on my ways of thoughtful purchases and only buying what I need for that year, allocating it to a week and moving on. But yeah, new planner, still trying to figure out, it's constantly evolving, isn't it, the way that each of us would plan individually. So yeah, not all that surprising that there's going to be things that I don't love along the way, but I don't mean to be super negative because I do love Sadies Stickers, and I have just received, I did in my haul the mystery kit and the advent kit, and I adore both of them, absolutely adore both of them, and I think they're going to work beautifully. So this is purely just a timings thing, and I should have been more thoughtful when I made this purchase. But yeah, sorry, I haven't talked about plans at all this week. It was a bit of a crazy, the first half of the week was really quiet, and then the second half of the week kicked off a bit. There was, I'm sure I'll talk about it more next week, but Wendy's friends' parents had an emergency having to take in a friend's puppy, and then that friend didn't want that puppy back. And it's been a whole thing. This is a picture of him now. He's so precious. He's like a miniature Scooby-Doo, and he's flipping lush. He's called Percy. But yeah, so that sort of took over the end of the week. So it's been absolute chaos. But anyway, I'll talk about that more in another plan with me. But here is the finished spread. I hope you enjoyed this plan with me, and I'll see you in the next one.